That burp was insane.
I turned on the stream and I heard it come through.
You heard it on the stream? All right. Oh my god,
Oh man.
damn. Oh my gosh. All right, well, we basically should start there. Good thing I didn't hit record yet. All
Click
right.
it.
All right, let's hit record and let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what a way to start.
What's up?
Oh man, how you
It
doing?
was too quiet. It was too quiet. I had to do something.
Start every show with a massive belch by Torin. Yeah, that just goes to show that you've already been drinking and you have a nice foundation going right now.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Yeah, we got a good base layer with all the cold weather coming in. So
yeah, we got a lot of rain right now.
I know it's great. We need it badly.
Yeah, we do.
It's nice to get it.
Dude, I am sober again for this one.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
No, this is good
soon.
news because I have
soon though. Soon.
Surgery on Monday. So no.
Hey, I started early because I knew I needed a drink for both of us. So I got you covered.
Yeah. I should probably introduce. I'm Austin, your Torin. We're the Ballon Drunks podcast where we just drink and talk soccer. No MLS though. And yeah, I'm not drinking this week because I'm prepping for my surgery on Monday. So next Thursday, when we podcast again, I will be very much ready to go.
He'll be back, baby.
I will be back. But yeah,
there might be another beer bong in store.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll start with the beer bong on Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tune in on YouTube if you want to watch that. We also streamed to like 3 people, so check it out.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. So Champions League was this week.
Yep. Playoff first round. Yeah.
What matches did you catch or highlights?
Only a few. I caught City and Real Madrid.
Yeah, we have to start there. I mean, that's the one everyone.
Yeah, we got to start there.
That is a Champions League final in the the new knockout phase. I don't know. What'd you think?
I mean, obviously, it was the game to look forward to. It was what we've seen. To be honest, this matchup historically, I feel like has generally given fireworks, which is always fun to watch, and it delivered yet again in terms of a high-scoring affair. Real Madrid going on the road, looking like they're going to go home with the loss, finding a way to fight back and come out of there with the result, which obviously sucks once again for Man City this year. But it was a really fun game to watch. It was really exciting to see, obviously, two teams of this caliber having to go full bore so early in the Champions League before we're even in the true knockout stage, just in the playoff stage. And I feel like it delivered, man. We got, what you would expect out of a game like this.
This is the perfect matchup that I wanted to see. I wanted to see these two teams play at some point, but I love that it's this early because one of them gets knocked out, and that just makes me happy. Second leg back in Spain. What percent of chance do you put on Man City making a comeback?
Dude, this year I'm giving a 25% chance max.
See, I think it's higher than that. I would agree with you. Like, they're not the same club this year, and they've been struggling and giving away matches like they did in this one. But I feel like playing Real Madrid, not only do they like step it up to play against them, but they're going to be desperate. And I don't think there's much separating these two teams. It's not like Real Madrid is untouchable. This Real Madrid team is not some of the Real Madrid teams of old.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Man City are off, but I would give them like a 40% chance, 45% chance of doing this. They could easily win by 1 goal, just like Real Madrid game. I feel like if they played 10 matches, it could be like 3-3 and 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be content meeting in the middle on those percentages, but it's just you're going on the road to Madrid, man. It's a tough place to go play. Their role players and whatnot will play a little bit better at home. It's going to be a tall ask, but if you're going to choose a team that has the talent, but maybe not this year's pedigree, this is the type of team you choose to go and do that type of thing on the road. You choose a Man City, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all it takes is just a few goals to go your way. There were some close ones in this. I mean, there's so much quality that you can get goals out of anywhere on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
It's just awesome to see. I would assume that they would go to a shootout. There's no tie breaks in this knockout phase, right?
No, it's a normal two-legger, right? It would be a There's no more away goal rule,
there's
goal
nothing
rule,
like
right?
that.
In any
I
of this
don't
stuff,
know if they changed it when they did the new format, but I could easily see Man City winning by one and then go into a shootout, and then it's anyone's game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I'm hoping
for
the most exciting game we can see, which would be awesome. It would be really cool to see that, especially like I said, so early in these rounds, right? This isn't something, this is a whole new round we wouldn't even have normally, and it's just by complete chance that we end up with these two teams going against each other. Which is
it's
awesome.
next week, right? It's Wednesday of next week.
Yeah, it's what I thought it might be 2 weeks apart. It's 1 week apart.
No, it's next week. They're gonna play next week. That's crazy. Awesome. I'm interested to see. We'll talk about Premier League later.
Yeah,
but Man City play Newcastle this weekend, and I'm curious what kind of lineup they throw out there. If they put everybody in, or if they're like, hey, we're not winning the Premier League this year. Champions League's the only thing we have left. Let's maybe rest some guys. I know they're shorthanded too, so they might not have a choice, but it'll be interesting to see that. Or maybe they have an eye on the Champions League and they don't really show up like they should. I don't know.
Well, and think about it, right? So I mean, I don't know how the sort of the final knockout round seeding will work, but they're basically coming in as, what was it, like a 22 seed or something. And so, if you get through this Real Madrid team, you might have one of the most attractive paths, through the knockout stage potentially, right? Just based off where they actually ended up in the league stage. So it might stack up in their favor if they're able to get past this one.
You might be right. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, they definitely have the upper hand going back home with the lead. So that'll be fun to watch next week.
Yeah, must watch next week.
Other matches, I watched one in its entirety that I want to talk about, and that is the Feyenoord AC Milan.
Oh, matchup. Okay. Yeah, hit me.
So I wanted to watch this of the games on that slate, and we like to pull for Christian Pulisic. Drink.
Yeah. Drink.
I can't.
I got you. I got you.
American drink. So I was checking in and watching this match, and it is pouring rain in this game, like absolutely dumping, and it's like 2 or 3 minutes into the game, and just a standard shot straight at the goalie, and Magnan whiffs it, just completely.
Wow, Magnan! Wow,
whiffs it, and he rolls. It wasn't even a dive. It was like a hip to shoulder roll to his right. The ball was like coming towards his face, and he went to push it away, took a little bit of a baby hop, and just skid off his glove into the net. Like,
fuck.
And then it's 1-0 right off the bat. But it was a back and forth first half, at least. Second half was a little weaker. I feel like these two teams are pretty evenly matched, so I think going back to AC Milan is going to be really fun. The one thing that I did not like is this is the first time I watched João Felix play on AC Milan. And I texted you. I just texted you.
Yeah.
João Felix sucks. And he does, dude. He made it so difficult for Rafael Leao and Christian Pulisic on either side to do anything productive. Like, he clogs up the field, and he's slow to move the ball. He's slow to do anything. He really doesn't do anything exceptionally well. He doesn't break down a defense with like an incisive pass or speed or something. He's just kind of there. And he's just like, he just got there, and so they're maybe not gelling the way they will be at some point. But I've just
Yeah.
seen this from him at so many stops, and it's the reason he jumps around. He's just not that good. And being in the number 10 role when you're average, I think really can bring down your team because he wasn't helping the play in any way. He was just, like I said, clogging things up, and it makes me fearful for Christian Pulisic's success because he's been balling there. And now you bring this guy in. I just hope he doesn't just throw a wet blanket over everything.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. I feel like he is the perfect type of player to be off the bench and not a starter. And I'm assuming, I didn't watch, but I assume you're talking about him starting in this game.
He played the whole game.
That's just not like it's just like you said, it just doesn't gel well with everything else. I like the idea of him coming in off the bench as like a fresh change, like new dynamic. Like I feel like that's how Chelsea. He fits in. Yeah, exactly. Like he is good at that. He's not a good finisher, but he did tend to create a lot of chances sort of off the bench against tired legs. But he's just, I hear you. Every time I've watched him, he always kind of throws off the dynamic of everyone else. And it's not enjoyable to watch.
It scares me for AC Milan, whose team I like. I like a lot of the players on it. Like we obviously root for Pulisic. But yeah, he must
be the ultimate practice player because everywhere he goes, he gets fucking run like he's one of the best guys, and then he just always disappoints in the games. It's crazy.
I think he's still living off the hype of when he was like 18 because he came onto the scene so fast, so young, at Atletico Madrid, and it was like, oh my gosh, this kid's so good at his age. He's going to be insane. And I feel like he never got better. And Atletico got to a point where they were like, okay, we don't want you anymore. See ya. And then he's bounced around to 3 or 4 clubs since then. Like Chelsea, Barcelona. Now he's on AC Milan. Like he's gone back and forth a couple times. Like nobody wants to keep him.
Yep.
And I don't think he's going to stay. He said he's like, I want to stay at AC Milan. It's like, yeah, of course you do. You want to stay anywhere. But I just don't think I don't think he's at that level. I think he needs to drop a level in order to stay.
Yeah, it's like he was anointed too soon, and it's just not like the foundation was never fully there. That just like it's just always a little bit short of what you need. Like you see you still see it. You still see like, oh God, like he could be so good.
He's got good feet.
Yeah, but it's just never really there.
You're always left wanting more.
Yeah, always.
Having said that, like I said, these two teams are really evenly matched, and I could easily see this game, like the other one, go 1-0 to AC Milan's way when they're in Italy. But long term, I'm worried about AC Milan.
Yeah. Yeah, I have hope they'll figure it out. I feel like Conceição's a good coach. He'll see. But the problem is he is Portuguese, so that's there might be a little bias there. So we got to watch out there.
Yeah, I mean, we've watched him on Portugal. We used to hate it. We're like, how is he playing so much? Like, put in
He's
Rafa
like playing and Leao's not playing, right?
My God,
or Bernardo Silva's not playing or somebody.
Yeah, João Felix is out there. I'm like, dude, this guy is not the same as Neto would be on the bench. Like all these guys, like.
Yeah.
Didn't make any sense.
So the other game I watched highlights for, I didn't watch any games, but the only other one I watched was Juventus PSV. Did you catch that one?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course, dude. Just to start out, we have 2 Americans starting on a Champions League playoff team simultaneously. How fucking awesome is that?
And like carrying the team too, not just starting. Like
McKennie with
we'll get to
a half volley dimer.
That volley, that goal was so satisfying. Oh my God, dude. That volley must have felt so good. It almost ripped the net back. He crushed it so hard, like top shelf. It was so good. So
blasted
good.
It.
And then Weah is just flying by people. Like,
yeah.
Did you see that body make he did? he like dribbled past a couple dudes and then he
Yeah,
just
yeah. He
body
just
megged and
full
ran
full
around.
body
Like,
make.
it's like this dude's a
Yeah.
professional athlete and you just left him standing there like he wasn't even moving. It was crazy. And then he puts in a perfect cross at like full speed. I'm like, dude, we are looking so good. Why can't
So
the World
awesome.
Cup be next weekend? Like, I just hope and everyone can carry and be healthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was a big win for Juventus.
Yeah, huge win for them. Yeah.
Did you?
It would have been the peak if we could have had Serginho Dest on the other side of
I
this game
know.
simultaneously, but still coming back. And then I had to shout out. We had an Ivan Perisic sighting, which
Dude, that was a
I
great
didn't even
goal
know he was
too.
on PSV.
Dude,
I didn't
that
know that.
his first touch to trap that ball, like it was coming straight down, trapped it one touch and just ripped it near post. That was a great goal.
Yeah, that was a good goal. Yeah. So it was a fun one. A lot of obviously the Team America on Juventus side, and then to see Perisic still at it was really cool to watch.
Yeah, and Douglas Luiz looks like he's balling too. Like he's still Douglas Luiz doing Douglas Luiz things.
Yeah, yeah, king of the free kick. Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to catch what Juventus coach Thiago Motta said after the game?
No, hit me.
He said, quote, Weston is special. He is a great player, a great guy. He has played fullback, holding midfielder, attacking midfielder, winger. He's a top-level player. When I say that a top-level player can play everywhere, it's because I know what I'm talking about. I've been in football for many years. When you ask where players should play, it's not something that concerns me. Weston plays everywhere, and he has to be on the field. It's hard for me to leave him out. Maybe not as a goalkeeper, but in every other position, it's difficult to put him on the bench. That's what being a top-level player means.
Cheers, Weston.
Dude. And that has to be so satisfying to hear for Weston McKennie, who has been straight up disrespected.
He was on his way out.
Yeah, they didn't have a locker for him. It was not going well for years. And to have that support from the manager is awesome. He has been on the hot seat though, so hopefully he stays there.
He is. I know they need to keep winning. They have Vlahovic back, which once he's up to speed, and then Kula Mwani's been balling as well. So
yeah, their team.
Hopefully they have enough. Hopefully they have enough firepower that they'll stay balling.
I think they can do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome to see for McKennie. The other one, Club Bruges. Oh, so real quick, Juventus, PSV. I think Juventus go through. I think they win.
Yeah, they are going on the road, so it should be a fun one to watch still. That should be an exciting one.
Yeah, I do think they're the better team, though. The other one was Club Bruges at home beat Atalanta, which I thought was surprising.
Yeah, I didn't catch
2-1. So that'll be a fun second leg back in Italy. Definitely want to keep an eye on that one. Benfica won on the road against Monaco, 1-0. I would assume
red card drink.
Yep. I would assume Benfica takes care of business at home on the second leg. And then same story with Bayern. They're a goal up on Celtic. I think it's pretty much a done deal. They're going to win at home against Celtic.
Shout out Elise. Yep.
Oh, yes. And then the other two are PSG won 3-0. Sorry, Brest. You're going to have to go home.
Dembele with 2 more goals.
Dude, who is this guy?
He is killing it now, man.
I've never seen him score this many goals.
Yeah.
And then Dortmund won 3-0 against Sporting, which actually was pretty surprising to me because Dortmund hasn't been playing that well this year. But it looks like
on the road too.
Be going
at
through.
Sporting.
Yeah, on the road, exactly. I actually didn't catch those highlights. Did you?
I did not at all.
I just want to see if our other American played.
I doubt it. There's no way.
Yeah, they won 3-0. He probably didn't.
Yeah, he stayed on the bench.
Yep.
Yeah. Didn't sub in.
Man, he's a sorry story right now. But let's not talk about him.
No.
And then, so all those matches will be Wednesday and Tuesday of next week.
Yeah, so let's see. Wednesday.
Wednesday's the Real Madrid Man City match.
Yeah, that's obviously number one on the list. But you mentioned Atalanta. That'll be fun to watch. Ballon
Yeah,
will
and
be fun to
they're
watch.
staggered. So actually, you could watch on Tuesday. You could watch AC Milan Feyenoord in the morning, and then right after that,
Mm,
Atalanta Club Bruges. So that's cool.
love that. Okay.
And then oh wait, that is Tuesday. Oh hell yeah! So I will be on the
Yeah, it'll
couch.
be
I'll be on the couch,
recovery.
not working. Yeah, no, I took Tuesday off.
I expect full notes, and I'm just praying right now that it's Ray Hudson on the
Oh
broadcast.
my god, I hope so. But he doesn't. Actually, I don't know who's covering it, but he doesn't. He's not on the Paramount Plus.
Oh shit. Okay.
So if it's CBS, he might be. I hope. I will take
Okay.
notes for both matches. I will have my leg
Yeah,
up taking notes. And man, I hope it's Ray Hudson. Yeah, that would be a dream.
that would be amazing. Yeah.
All right, let's get to news.
Sweet. Yeah. Well, we had one other game
Oh,
during
did
the
I
week.
miss
Did you
one?
catch the Merseyside Derby?
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Uh,
makeup game. So
how the fuck is Everton doing this? Is it just the derby, or is it like the
dude,
David
it's
Moyes
David
factor?
Moyes magic, dude. Come
Dude,
on, man.
unbelievable. Liverpool, the best team in the world, can't go to Everton and get a win. Somehow
They can't go half
they
a
get
kilometer away.
they get a last minute equalizer volley from Tarkovsky of all people. Dude, it was a great
98th
volley.
minute. It was a perfect volley. Yeah.
And then all the red cards afterward. Did you see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, that was wild. It was pretty funny to
Dude,
watch all that.
That's
Yeah.
what a derby's supposed to be. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, Decore ran over to the Liverpool fans and did something, and who's the
Curtis Jones.
Curtis Jones?
Rolled
Yeah,
up
thank
on
you.
him. Yeah.
He was not having it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's just
I love both sides of it. It was fucking awesome.
I support
just
all
all
of it.
around.
I want more of that.
Yeah.
I thought the
It
red
was
cards were well. I think he gave him yellows, and they were
it was a second
yellows.
it was a second yellow. Yeah.
But I mean, come on, dude. It's after the match. Just fucking.
He
walk
did give
off
a
the
red
field.
to so Slot ended up giving a red too. I don't know exactly why, but
Dude, and
I haven't heard.
did you see? Like he shook his hand. He shook the ref's hand and must have said something tongue in cheek.
Said something
The ref was just like,
backhanded? Okay.
red card. He was like, what? I want to know. I need to know what he said.
I want the transcript of that now. Give me that.
I feel like if you straight read the coach, the Michael Oliver was the referee. He needs to disclose to the public what was said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing it's something along the lines of, "Hey, thanks, ref. Thanks for giving him that game. Thanks for giving that one away." Like, or how much did they pay you for that one? Like something like that.
Yeah, something to just cut a little bit too deep for him. That was just like...
Or maybe he was just like, that's a limp dick handshake you got there.
just so good though. It's so awesome to see that with obviously such a big rivalry. And I guess I didn't realize this, but I guess Everton's moving into the new stadium, and that was their last game in the old stadium.
That was the last one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was watching the highlights, and what's his name? Peter Drury kept bringing it up. Like, is there one last bit of magic in Goodison? Like, he kept referencing it over and over.
I heard that, and I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Damn,
it's just such a fitting way though for them to go out. It was just meant to be. I feel like
that's awesome.
It was written in the stars.
Written in the stars. God. Oh man,
scary.
Freaking dope.
But also at the same time, a huge result for the league, because that was the game in hand that Liverpool had on everybody. Everyone was just banking as 3 points.
Yep.
Which now is only 1 point. So that leaves them only 7 points ahead of Arsenal now. Still over 2 wins ahead, which is a nice, healthy lead. But still, that is now in the realm. Arsenal was here before. They were in this same spot. So it's in the realm of feasibility now that if they slip up, they could be in trouble.
You're right. It's not a done deal.
Yeah.
But I'm devastated because I wanted to go to a match at Goodison, and now we're not going to be able to. Damn it.
Yeah.
Anfield only. And whatever their new stadium is going to be called. It's probably going to suck.
Goodison too.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised Everton owners are actually spending money.
Well, I think this whole project was already started, and like that was part of buying the team, was that like you were also inheriting this new stadium that was coming, but
Okay.
was under work. Yeah, so I think it's been ongoing for a little bit now.
Yeah. Well, great tie for Everton, and like you said,
It's just amazing.
makes it a little more interesting for the rest of the league.
Yeah, it just had to be those two, which is the best. Just had to be them.
Gotta love real derbies like that. Awesome.
So good. So.
All right, let's
All
get
right,
to the
well
news.
let's move on to news. Just a couple things because I didn't have much time to look, but I did see a slight Paqueta update. We talked about it a bunch when he was first involved in this potential betting scandal. So I guess the latest news is that supposedly he had promised his brother a yellow card for his birthday. I don't know if you saw this.
I mean, no, I haven't seen recent stuff.
Yeah, yeah, but that's the latest bit of news. So it sounds like we're getting closer and closer to a conclusion, and obviously something along those lines sounds very much like a heavy suspension in store. So something to watch. But
How does this
I gotta
get
say,
out?
yeah, exactly. But also I gotta say, if that's actually the true story, which who knows, but if that is true story, that's pretty awesome on his part for his brother.
I mean,
But
I
you
feel
fucked
like
it up,
you
man. You
can't
fucked it up.
you can't prove anything unless they have a recording of it. It like having your
Yeah.
brother put
Maybe it's a
$20,000
text.
on a yellow card, and yes,
Yeah.
if there's a receipt somewhere, then you're
Yeah.
in trouble. But if it was just, I don't know, over
Yeah,
the
but imagine
phone,
if it
or
was
just
it
the
was
bet
basically
itself, it's shady, but not. You
yeah.
can't. I don't think it could hold up.
I hear you, and also, but it's even more, I would say, quote unquote, awesome though, if like legitimately like he did it, but like not for his own gain, right? Like he was like, oh yeah, I'll do that for my bro, like, and he didn't actually put any money down, He was just like, yeah, I'll do that for you.
Stuff like this happens all the time, all
Yeah,
the time.
constantly.
I heard a story from an ex-player who was, I don't even remember his name, but he was like a championship level player. I can't remember the team either. And it was, he basically said like the first, it was like some sort of bet that was like first corner or something like that. Something super random. But he said, yeah, the first time I got the ball, I just kicked it out of bounds. And like, there it is. Or it was like first throw. Or like, it was some random little like prop bet. And he's like, yeah, I did it. And
It didn't affect the game at all, probably.
No.
Yeah.
And so like that stuff happens. Maybe
Yeah.
not at the highest level, but I mean, it's so easy to do some of those bets,
Yeah. That's true. That's why they wouldn't let us bet when we were in England. They knew we would know what was going on.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Second bit of news for you. So I just saw this headline. I don't know much details, but supposedly the USL, which has been operating as sort of the de facto second league in the US, has decided to launch a new top level league to try and compete with the MLS, which just sounded like batshit to me. But I just saw this headline. I don't know much about it, but I was interested to get your take on the odds of something like that surviving.
Zero. The odds are zero of that surviving. The only way for that league to exist is to get bought out by the MLS and then have the MLS make this league the B division or whatever you want to call it, the championship level, so that there is relegation in the MLS. And then they own both leagues. I think it would be healthy for the game. You get more teams, more cities, and I think I don't understand why the MLS would not want to do that.
I personally think it's a play, obviously, with the World Cup coming here. Like they're like, this is our opportunity, right, to get some more publicity stirred up and whatnot. But I think you're right. I think that's probably the true end game with doing this. Like,
Yeah.
what do you really expect to happen? You're not You're not gonna fucking kick MLS out of the top seat. This is not gonna happen.
Yeah, the only way is if you have like Saudi money, like they did with like Live Golf. But like USL is not gonna be able to do that. No way.
2,000 people at the game.
No
Yeah,
way.
It's not happening.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not happening.
So,
last little bit of news for you. So it was announced that there currently is in plan for there to be no alcohol allowed at the 2034 World Cup, which is supposed to take place in Saudi Arabia, which sounds like a completely impossible task. And
didn't they have that for Qatar?
I believe you're allowed to drink there, but in like designated areas.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think it was in the stadium, but they did have alcohol allowed, but in like specific zones or almost like smoking areas, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just FIFA's so annoying. They just who wants to pay us the most money to have the World Cup? Okay, we're going there. It's like, dude, we just had Qatar, now we're gonna have Saudi. Like, come on.
It's literally the fans are literally the last priority when it comes to this. No, it's like
there's no priority other than money.
Yeah.
It's like, and is Saudi going to have the stadiums? I know they have a league, but are those stadiums up to the task of holding a World Cup?
Yeah. They have 8 years to bring in,
slaves and get it done.
Yeah, more slave labor. Yeah, basically. So.
Gross.
But already a World Cup. I know I'm not going to enjoy. I can tell now.
Yeah, I'm not going to that one.
And then, last bit, just a couple injury updates. So Dury, I think it was during that Liverpool game, but Ndiaye on Everton, who I had shouted out as being very good and part of my top 50 list, got hurt kicking the ground. I don't know if you saw when he got hurt, but potentially has done some ligament damage. So I don't know. I'm concerned about that. That might be a long-term injury. And then Havertz has torn his hamstring and is likely out for the season.
Yeah, I saw that he is out for the season.
It's officially? Okay.
Yeah, he's out. Now Arsenal look even dumber for not getting a striker.
Anybody.
Yeah, they didn't have a striker before Havertz, and now they don't have a striker or a backup with Havertz. So they dug their own grave. They're stupid. They're so stupid. Stupid or cheap or both. I don't know what it is.
They're not cheap though. They went and spent 65 on Havertz and 100 on Rice.
75 on Havertz, and you're right, 100 on Rice. Yeah. So what are they doing?
I don't know.
I'm so mad at them. All right, so he's out. Maybe he can learn how to finish before he comes back. Sorry, I shouldn't kick him while he's down.
Well, you just did, so I'll drink for you. Hey, that's one of the rules, right? Random Havertz stray drink. Okay.
Yeah. I'm good for one of those a week.
What's it up? Yeah. All right. Well, we have the Premier League coming back. You ready to get into week 25?
Wait, before we do you have a keep sell, or is that a leftover?
Oh yeah, dude. How did I miss over that? Yeah. Well, I think we did Tottenham last time. You down to do a Chelsea?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it.
Chelsea a fun roster because they have so many guys.
Yeah. Okay. Let me pull up what was the last Premier League game they had here. All right, we had Chelsea, West Ham. Okay. All right, I'll start with the starting lineup, and then I'll hit a few bench players as well. But Reece James first up.
You keep him.
Keep or sell.
You keep him. You keep him in hope that he gets healthy and stays healthy. How about that? I don't sell.
Really? If you find an opportunity where, say, he plays well for 2 or 3 months.
Nah. You're so deep. I don't think you need to sell him. There's so many other guys I think you could sell. And to be honest, what is his value even,
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to know. And it's always tough, especially with captains of the team. It adds a different dynamic. Yeah. Tosin up next, center back.
Sell.
Colwell.
Sell. I don't like their back. I don't
Disagree.
Like their defense.
Disagree. Yeah. Cucurella.
If you can sell him, I'd sell him. I just can't stand his flopping, his
His
antics,
hair.
his hair, everything about him just bothers me. So for that reason, I would sell.
Love it. Caicedo.
I'd keep.
Enzo.
I'd sell.
Madueke.
Sell.
Palmer.
Keep. Like
Sancho.
Handcuff him.
Oh, yeah. Sancho, who is on loan, but if you could keep him.
I'd probably sell
him. Okay. Jackson.
Hard sell.
Neto.
Keep.
That was a done deal. Nkunku.
Keep.
Chalobah.
Keep.
Gusto.
Keep.
Sanchez.
Sell.
Yeah, agreed. Dewsbury Hall.
Sell. He hasn't shown me enough. I know he doesn't get to play every day, but
yeah, I just don't think he's at that level, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
He's just kind of a step down.
Ew,
so
you forgot Mudryk. Hello.
Well, dude, you can't even play right now, Mr. Suspension.
How long is his suspension?
I forget. What was it?
Did they? I don't think they gave an official number. At least that
he's just out indefinitely right now.
I think they gave a comparison.
Suspension. 4 year. He risks a 4-year ban. It says. So he must be in the sort of in the middle of like arbitration and whatnot.
Damn, I think he got done dirty by the club. They didn't want to pay him. They were like, "This isn't the guy." Try to get out of the contract.
Damn. Yeah, it's crazy. So okay, I guess it says currently it's at 18 months.
Okay. All right, so he'll still be able to play if he's keeping up with training, which who knows?
Yeah. I think we hit everyone there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, that was basically it. So that was, dude. You're on point, man.
What?
You just know. You hear a player, and you just know immediately.
I have an opinion on all of them. Yes, exactly. There are very few players where I'm like, I'm not sure about that guy.
Quick with it. So, all right. Well, with that, let's move into match week 25.
Let's do it. All right. So this is a good weekend for matchups, in my opinion. First match of the weekend, we start off with Brighton at home against Chelsea. This is a very good matchup. I feel like two evenly matched teams. I'm excited to see the odds. We did all our picks without looking at the odds. So Brighton are plus 190 at home, and Chelsea are plus 130. So whoever you like in this is a good pick. Who did you go with?
Well, you got Brighton South versus Brighton North, and I ended up going with a 2-2 draw in this one.
Yeah, I could see that. My Brighton love shine through, and I did 2-1 Brighton.
It's fair. I like it.
I feel like
those are good odds, too, to get.
Go either way. Yeah. I mean, I could easily see this game going either way.
Yeah.
Or a draw.
Yeah. Near 3-1 odds, so that's pretty damn good.
Next up is Leicester at home against Arsenal. The Havertz-less Arsenal, among others. But they're still minus 360 to win on the road. And I do think they're going to win because Leicester just aren't good enough. I bid 2-0 Arsenal.
I went 3-0. I am legitimately picturing Arsenal actually being better now. Like, they're going to be even, quote-unquote, more makeshift, obviously, in the front row. But I just like the idea of it, like kind of mixing it up and giving new players opportunities. Like, I think they're going to be. It's just we were so used to seeing what we got with Havertz, and I think they're going to shock people. Like, I think they're going to be better than they were before. So I think they crush them.
I totally agree. It just sucks that Martinelli's out and Saka's out.
That's true. I forgot about Martinelli.
Who else? There's like one other guy that's out. I can't remember. But Nwaneri's probably going to play now,
Jesus
and he'll just rip it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll be
a Trossard focal point.
they'll
Yeah.
be fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Uh, Aston Villa at home against Ipswich, minus 240 for Villa at home. That's a proper favorite.
New look Villa.
New look Villa is right. They
Yeah.
should have Ollie Watkins back for this one. I picked a 3-1 win.
Me too. I got the exact same.
Okay. Yeah. Fulham, this is another one that I really like. Fulham at home against Nottingham Forest. Have you looked at the odds yet?
I hadn't looked. No, I'm looking at it right now.
It's actually surprising to me. Fulham.
I'm very surprised. Oh
Plus
my
120 to win. Nottingham Forest plus 230.
That's actually what I picked, but that's not what I expected.
So did you do a 2-1 win for Fulham?
I went 2-1 Fulham. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they just beat Newcastle on the road.
True.
Like they're a good team. They're a good team. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I listened to the Fozcast, Ben Foster's podcast. They had a 45-minute interview with Anthony Robinson.
Oh, that's dope.
And it was actually a 2-parter, which was really bullshit. They literally did a hard cut in the middle of an answer, and then were like, catch the second part of this podcast a week later. And I'm like, what the fuck? So next week they'll release the second half of the interview, but it was cool to listen to Anthony Robson, who's, I didn't know this, is born and raised in England. I knew he's got a hardcore accent. Yeah. I knew he grew up there, but I thought he was born in the U.S. and moved there when he was young. But he was born and raised there.
You could tell by the way he talks.
Oh, yeah.
Thick
British accent. Yeah, oh, yeah. And they were kind of dogging him a little bit. Like, why don't you play for England, man? Like, come on, like, la, 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 you know? And he was talking about how he got asked to play on the England under-21 and the U.S. under-21 at the same time. But he's like, I was on the under-18, and, like, I was just sitting on the bench, you know? Yeah. I wasn't the player that I am today, and it wasn't it wasn't a possibility, you know what I mean? And he's like, it just made sense for the U.S. and the rest is history.
And it allowed him to grow into what he is now by doing that type of thing.
Yeah. And he was saying himself, he was admitting, he was like, when I was on Wigan, which was only like 4 years ago, something like that, he's like, I don't even know how I played. He's like, I'm a different player now. I've kind of figured out who I am and what I can do and blah, blah, blah. And he was talking about kind of the evolution of his game. And it was a really cool interview. I was bummed out that I only could listen to half of it, but I'll definitely catch the second half. I'll send it to you. It was pretty good.
I will say, I think we both picked Fulham here.
No, you didn't.
Right?
I picked a 1-1 draw.
Okay. But to see Nottingham as an underdog pick here, the way they've been playing, like, that just screams to me.
I think this might be Bournemouth PTSD from that 5-0.
Yeah,
even though they won 7-0 after that at home.
Mm-hmm. Against Brighton.
Yeah, exactly. This is just, it's tough. And Anthony Robbins said this too. They were talking about their position in the table. And he's like, it's nice not to be in a relegation battle where we're only looking up on the table. And he was explaining that this year there is so much parity and depth. It's like basically like the second best team to like the 13th best team. Anybody could beat anybody on any given day. You know, they're all so good. The level of play is so good. So yeah, I mean, I like that, like that underdog for Forest. Like, why not? You never know.
Yeah, underdog. They're freaking third place in the league.
Or like, even a draw like I picked plus 240. Pretty good. All right, here's the next one. This one is a banger. Man City at home against Newcastle. Like I said, I don't know what we're going to get for Man City, but this is a big matchup two great teams. Minus 110 for a Man City win at home, and then Newcastle plus 245. That's enough. I feel the same way with this one that I do against Forest. It's like plus 245. Like Newcastle could for sure win this. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just a little maybe. What did you think of this?
Well, this one I took the way you took the last one. I went draw here. I think too. Newcastle could come in, but it just feels even. On the whole, if you look at all aspects of it,
yeah,
I think they're gonna come in and be throwing punches and ready to go. But Manchester City's starting to figure a few things out. Obviously, the Real Madrid thing happened, but they don't feel or look like they did 2 months ago. When it was like really dire. So,
but they also don't look like the Man City of last year and the
definitely not
previous years. They do not.
They don't look like they should be. They don't look like they should be a 255-point favorite for sure.
No, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did a 2-2 draw as well.
Dude, that's 3 plus 310. I'm putting that down right now.
Next up is Southampton at home hosting Bournemouth. Plus 440 for Southampton, and Bournemouth on the road minus 190. Southampton, I don't know, man.
They suck.
I like betting against them always. I was hoping to get a little better odds with the minus 190, but yeah, I did 2-0 Bournemouth.
I don't think you could hope for much more against Southampton, one of the worst sides in the history of the Premier League. But I went 2-0 Bournemouth.
Yeah, same. God, we did the exact same again.
Of course.
Another good matchup, West Ham at home hosting Brentford. Plus 135 for West Ham win, plus 180 for Brentford win. I think Brentford are the better team, but it's that Brentford on the road story again, where it's they're totally different on the road than at home. I actually went West Ham on this one. I did 2-1.
I did as well.
Oh my god, dude, we're just the same. Oh,
we do not talk about these picks beforehand. If anybody's actually listening,
I think that's
we literally have not talked about this until right now.
I think that's the standard pick for that game.
Yeah. I mean, it's what the odds say, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's what it should be. But we'll
like you mentioned, based off Brentford's performance, they did have a good showing when they went on the road to Crystal Palace and they pulled out that win.
True,
but that was the anomaly, right? That was the fluke. And West Ham's good enough; they're talented enough. Like they can definitely win a game like this.
They better. They're at home. They should win. They should win. Crystal Palace at home, facing Everton, who just had an emotional win.
Trap game.
Such a trap game. Minus 110 for Crystal Palace. I'm actually surprised that's minus 110. I would have guessed something closer to even. And then Everton plus 340 for a win. I do think Crystal Palace win this match. I think it's going to be an emotional letdown for Everton. And Crystal Palace are a solid team at home. So I did 2-1 Crystal Palace. You did the same thing? Fuck you. God damn it.
2-1 Crystal Palace.
All right, what did you do?
It's close to even odds, so I'll put that one down.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that minus 115, was it?
Minus 115, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Liverpool at home against Wolves.
3-0.
I did 4. Okay, so we did something.
All right.
Okay. All right, and here, this is the ultimate battle right here. This is one of the ones where it's like, if you bet on this, you're insane. And I want to bet on this.
Yeah.
Tottenham Hotspur at home against Manchester United. Is this not the ultimate Spider-Man meme of teams? Like these teams right now. Like,
damn, dude.
You can't have any faith in either of these teams, but someone's got to win.
I don't have faith in either of these teams because I gave them a 2-2 draw.
And the odds are exactly even, basically. Plus 145 for Tottenham at home and then plus 165 for Manchester United on the road. Hilarious. I am putting my faith in Tottenham at home to win this match.
Love it.
Don't feel confident about it.
Austin is a professional Man U hater. He's
I've seen enough.
He's really blossomed this year.
There's a difference between not this year. I just see a bad team. That's all I see. Tottenham, I see a good team that is undermanned. Like just
okay. I know
completely, completely missing players. But
decimated.
I feel like they at least have more cohesion and better effort, and they at least have a plan. It may not be the right plan, but they have a plan. You know what I mean? Like,
and they're going for it. Yeah.
Manchester United, I feel like, are just
all over the place.
Yeah, just I can't put my faith in either of these teams, but I'd rather pick Tottenham. So I went 3-1 Tottenham.
Love it.
That may decide our week on pick'ems because everything else is the same.
Yeah, true. We'll see. Yeah, so I went with the 2-2 draw there. So
all right, so bets currently have down the Man City Newcastle draw at plus 310, Crystal Palace win at minus 115. What else do you like?
That's a good question. Yeah, there's not. I mean, I love some of the matchups, but like none of the lines super jumped out at me. Maybe Forest with that, like you're telling me the third place team going against what's Fulham at? The third place team against the ninth place team, and they're at plus 230.
Yeah,
it's on paper you would definitely that would pique your interest.
I say go for it. I think it's worth it.
Yeah,
I'd even like to do like an underdog parlay of like Newcastle and Brighton or something like that. 2+ odds that could easily happen, or a Nottingham Forest Brighton, but maybe we want to diversify and not do the same team twice. Or
so Newcastle Brighton would get us to plus 900.
Yeah, see, do something like that.
Yeah, then, Newcastle Brighton plus 901.
And then I like West Ham at home. We both do, so I think we should. Let's see if we can. Let's do a West Ham bet alone, and let's see if we can parlay that with something else and try to get that number up.
Yeah, so if we take West Ham.
Oh my God, what about West Ham Tottenham? 2 home teams.
I guess a plus 476.
But it's Tottenham. But it's Tottenham. Okay.
I know the Tottenham part scares me.
What about we hedge a little bit and go Fulham West Ham plus 120 for Fulham?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a hedge in terms of that we're on both sides of the Fulham game then too.
Yeah, but you get the higher odds with the parlay.
Yeah, plus 417. Yeah, that works.
I mean, is that even worth it?
Fuck it.
It is a bit of a hedge.
Yeah, it's a hedge. I mean, you have 4x your money. You put a little less money on that, obviously, right? But it'll do its job for sure. So what's the deal with this? Like in the Pick'ems app that we use, there's another game.
Yeah, so that's a match week 29 game. But it's not on like the match week 25 slate. So it's some sort of future match that they had to bring up. I'm guessing for some sort of I don't even know. European matchup? I don't know.
Liverpool.
It's Liverpool Villa, right?
Yeah, 29 change.
Which is crazy for Liverpool, who had to play yesterday.
It's been due to, what does this say? What does it say here? Looking up the news. So
all right, as you keep looking, I'm gonna bring up my fantasy.
Oops. So it was rescheduled. Oh, because Liverpool progressed to the Carabao Cup final, they had to move it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you ready to do some fantasy?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, my goalie for $10, Matt Sells of Nottingham
My
Forest.
goalie. How do I pull up my whole team here? God damn it. Where do you go to pull up your whole team?
You go to.
There we go. I found it. Okay. My goalie for $8, Jordan Pickford.
Oh, okay. I like that pick. Save $2. I could have used that.
Uh-huh.
I went with an American, Richards, Crystal
Oh,
Palace,
okay.
$10.
I was like, it's not Robinson. Okay.
No, no, no.
I went with Ruben Diaz for $10.
Okay. I went with his counterpart, John Stones, for 9.
Oh, dang. Okay. I like it. Strategic.
Yeah,
I
I
went
think
with Kirkez.
Akanji's out, so I don't know where they're going to play Stones, if they're going to play him in that
But
center
Ake's
back
back.
spot.
But Ake's back.
Yeah, I don't know. That'll
So
be interesting.
I just assumed Diaz is playing. I was like, it's going to be either Stones or Ake, but we'll see.
Maybe
We'll see
maybe
who
one
wins
of
that
us
one.
maybe one of us gets
Yeah, one of
screwed.
us is.
Damn.
Yeah, one of us is going to get screwed. But I went with Kirkez for 13 as my other.
Yeah, I
defender.
saw him. I thought about him. Yeah, but I had Tyler Adams at $14. Picked him for midfield.
Me too.
Yeah, dude. Damn it. All right. Also a $14 pick. I went with the new guy at West Ham, Evan Ferguson.
Nice. Good pick.
I don't know if he's going to start. I feel like he should.
I know.
He should, but
That's a good gamble.
He's definitely going to play.
It's a good gamble to make, though.
Yeah.
Like, imagine he starts and he balls out. Like, you won it right there. So, I also went with the West Ham player, and I went with Kudus for 16.
Yeah, that's a good pick. All right, now we're getting to the heavy hitters. $20. I picked Semenyo from Bournemouth.
Damn. Okay.
Against
I took
Southampton.
21.
I feel like he's going to run
Yeah.
riot.
I took $21 Clivert.
Okay. All right. So we're
depending who scores and assists, it's going to determine everything.
We were thinking the same way. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so this will be the kicker too. So I got Haaland for 23. Did you go Haaland or Isak?
Okay. No, Clivert was actually my highest player. I went with Wood going against Fulham for 18.
Okay.
Yeah. I tried to be a little bit more, even with my spending. But obviously, I looked at those too. But I was like, I'm gonna switch it up this week. Let's try and be a little bit more frugal.
Yeah,
across the board.
All right, so we have a pretty different squad. This will be a good matchup. So
what do we have? We only had one player the same.
Yeah, we both have Adams. I have Haaland, Semenyo, Ferguson, Adams, Jones, Chris Richards, and Matt Sells.
Yeah, and I have Clivert, Wood, Kudus, Adams, Diaz, Kirkez, and Pickford.
Yeah, I feel like my team could also, like, I could get a 0 from Ferguson. I feel like I could get a 0 from Stones, but you got to play Stones.
Yeah.
I feel like what they should do if Ake is back is he should take Matthias Nunes' spot because he's just been sucking.
Yeah. But I feel like Stones, you can kind of put anywhere, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just squeeze them in.
All right, dude, we did it.
Before we go, prop bets. Gotta do prop bets.
Oh, good memory. All right, so we have to pick an underdog. There's not a ton this week.
Yeah, I'll give you first pick, so I'll read them off while you think about this. Okay. But first on the list, we have Leicester hosting Arsenal as an underdog. Ipswich on the road at Aston Villa. Nottingham, as we already talked about, going on the road to Fulham is over 100 points. Newcastle on the road at Man City. Southampton hosting Bournemouth, and Everton on the road at Crystal Palace, Wolves at Liverpool, and that's it. Yeah, so what is that? Five of the games, I believe. We've got picks there. So.
I mean, I think
two that seem to stand out more than the others.
There's only two picks. Picks. It's Nottingham Forest and it's Newcastle.
Yeah.
Ugh. I feel like you just have to take Nottingham Forest. I picked a draw on that one. Well, I got to take it.
All right, I will go ahead and take Newcastle. Made my decision easy.
Nice. And so we'll be back on Thursday.
Yeah.
But we are wrapping this up in just under an hour, 59 minutes.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's how we do it. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
I'll drink my water. Cheers to you.
I'll chug my beer for you.
I'll have my beer ready next week. Beer bong on Thursday. All right, later. Chug, chug, chug. Is that Pliny the Younger?
Oh God, no.